In today's Urbandoned video, we are exploring the abandoned Magnet Leisure Centre in Maidenhead, Berkshire, that shut its doors during COVID-19's peak in 2020. The property was left with many interesting features remaining due to its wide range of sports activities. Join us as we head inside the building to see what we can find. Remember to click subscribe and press the notification bell to never miss a video.
He's running to get us.
But we thought it would be good to have like an inclusive behind the scenes of our whole trip.
It's civil trespass. This is a criminal offence.
It was early in the morning at the start of 2022. A week earlier, we had experienced a strange situation whilst inside the leisure centre that had halted our documentation process. This time I was alone before the others arrived, keen to take the necessary precautions to make sure that the same circumstances wouldn't occur again. On the outside, the site was in a relatively good condition with few smashed windows and little to no graffiti. Unfortunately, recent social media attention would cause the lack of human damage to be disrupted imminently, yet for now we were seeing the structure in its prime derelict state. After a brief wander around it, I had discovered a new entry point, with our previous one having been sealed up.
Okay, this is a bit of a different one, it doesn't happen too often, but inside this leisure centre I'm completely alone, and we've done this tactically to keep as much daylight as we can, so by the time the others get here, and they are coming, we'll still have daylight to do other places, because exploring in winter is a lot tougher. Anyway, getting to it, this looks straight away like a little dance studio with the mirrors. Coming back up this corridor because all that's down there is squash courts. I was wrong and there's about 4. A little backstory about this place is that we were here about a week ago, walked around the whole thing, saw pretty much everything, and then all of a sudden outside was swarmed with police. So we stood and waited for a while in a roof attic whilst they patrolled inside. They came very close to us but didn't get anything. And then eventually we managed to leave whilst they were still inside. That's why I'm a bit on edge, more than usual anyway. It's a huge room. Wow. Massive gymnasium. Some of the seats are still there. I've seen that before in, I think, Clydebank Playdrome, where the seats are retractable and can come out during performances and events. There's 3 massive trampolines there. If I wasn't by myself, we'd probably have a little play in between filming. If anyone's in this tent, just let me know and I'll leave you be. Just here to take some photos. Looks like it's not got anyone in it. No. Maybe just like a prop for a class they do, like a camping class, and someone's put it up. Freaked me out though just then when I saw it. A lot of those mats you'd see at school, and some kids stuff. Yeah, just more of the same. Recognise a lot of this equipment though. definitely creepy being here by myself, especially when it's dark. Just looks like offices up here. I don't think the public would come this way. These rooms are going to overlook the squash court, so maybe they would. Spectator area. Oh, this is a little play area. I'm actually on the second floor right now, but it's quite high. Need to go down to see it properly. Again, I'm not going to play in that by myself, but if the other guys were here, we'd probably have a little break. Now with that, I'd assume these are party rooms where the food would be served to the kids. Although this one's very stripped. You can see the fake bricks and painted decorations. And yeah, the food would be made in there. They probably have a few of these with different themes. Trying to get to the play centre. Cheeky Charlie. I don't know if that's what it was called. It's very trashed. I think a few people have had fun evenings in here post-closure. But it's all still here. It's always really sad when you see a place that offers so much pleasure to kids and people of all ages, really.
Magnet Leisure Centre was opened in 1975 and quickly became one of Berkshire's largest community leisure attractions. The building was entirely funded by its local council, beloved by visitors young and old who would come to find pleasure in the huge range of activities on offer, such as a play centre, squash courts, gymnasiums, swimming pools and escape rooms.
Here's the reception desk. Someone has gone through each and every valuable. This here was an escape room, something that I've only become quite familiar with recently. You can see here all the handwritten notices from people that had came and escaped or failed. Sadly, nothing remains from the set, but I have done an escape room and they usually have secret doors, so I imagine what that would be there in the middle. Something that would have opened up midway through the game. Seems like it was all decorated like a pirate theme. And there was props like the hats, the parrot, the flag. Outside of that gym is a little refreshments area where spectators could get some food and drink. I think all this area is kitchens. Here's another massive gym. Oh my god. This one's smaller in height, but bigger in size. And again, it's got those retractable seats. Not much in here though. Finally some daylight. Oh, this is a bit open, but this is the entrance to the whole place. Luckily, I don't think there's anyone outside right now. Got the metal detector entrances and here's the reception booth. It's quite nice actually. I like the colour scheme. It's like a little cafe there straight away from the entrance. No seating remains. Anyway, let's get into the best bit. I can already tell it's a lot more trash than it was 1 week ago. But wow, it's nice in here. I love the big skylight casting loads of sun into the pool. Definitely a nice one.
Despite being modern, the swimming baths was amazing to see, with a great design allowing plenty of natural light to reach the massive room. You can imagine the space full of people, either having fun or keeping healthy, all for positive reasons that highlights the town's loss for losing such a joyful property. As I noted on, in only as short a time frame as 1 week, there were considerable changes in terms of the vandalism and disarray of the building as a whole, caused by the growing popularity of the leisure centre online and lack of security from the owners, meaning vandals could enter the premises whenever they chose to. It was tragic to witness the structure's demise in only 7 days.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Hopefully it doesn't collapse. I couldn't even make it to the end. Here's a closer look at the kids' pool. You've got all those typical things that would spray water and tip it on them. It's very friendly with all the small characters like the sharks and seahorses. It's just such a shame that something like this that would have brought so much joy has to close. And just be left like this. A smashed, vandalised ruin. This has been the problem throughout the majority of this explore. I'll have to be quick, but this path is a nightmare, especially facing this huge curved window. Anyway, there's 3 jacuzzis here. This one's quite big. I don't think I've ever seen a jacuzzi like that actually. And then you've got the classics here. I wonder if the adults would come to this bit of the pool as well, and the jacuzzis weren't just for kids. I doubt it.
After finishing up at the pool, we continued to look at the other recreational facilities on show.
Look at some of the changing rooms here. Don't expect them to be any good, but just to show them. The lockers, unless they've been removed, are at a 1 stack, which is a bit weird. Yeah, more or less what you would expect at a leisure centre of this capacity. Some more stairs, very long set of stairs. This place is definitely one of those that is a lot bigger than meets the eye. Especially in the dark, I'm getting fairly disorientated as I walk around it. Piece of gym equipment. And some more. They're quite modern. This would have been the gym. It's fairly sizable. And the clock's still working. I can hear it ticking.
At the start of the COVID-19 lockdown in March 2020, the leisure complex joined the rest of the UK in closing its doors for months. The construction of a new replacement nearby was nearing completion, so after lockdown concluded, Magnet reopened for a short period before shutting down for good in September. Since then, it has been left neglected, enticing scrappers to make their way inside and vandals to have a free roam.
Another workout room here, but I think from all the bike iconography on the walls and the quotes, I believe this one would have been filled with the gym bikes. And there would have been some heavy music going whilst a lot of people worked out. This is another one tragically fallen victim to COVID. It's going to be a common thing we see in many buildings we come across from now. This entire upper floor has been fitness related in terms of gym. Don't think it's going to stop here, adhering to those pictures. Although the architecture's definitely changed. A bit more creative. But yeah, this is another studio. You can tell by the mirrors and all the equipment's gone. So it's got some sort of stage, so maybe the demonstrator would be up there.
The upper floors were mostly empty, containing many workout spaces and the spectator platforms for the various sports halls across the site.
Oh, this is quite nice. Not sure what you'd call this. It's like a jacuzzi, but I'm pretty sure it's a Turkish bath. It's very ornate out of nowhere with the tiles. And here you've got the classic steam room and the sauna.
I had finished my exploration of the leisure centre and now had to wait until the others arrived shortly before departing. The building was fascinating to wander through, but quite saddening at the same time, thinking back on all the memories people will have within its walls, only for it to get demolished currently, alongside plans to be replaced by apartments. Although when filming Magnet Leisure Centre earlier in the year, this was one of the first structures we had come across that had suffered a demise as a result of COVID-19, now we have seen so many more in recent months. It truly projects the lack of assistance these sites received from the government, showing that there was no real expectancy for them to ever recover. Here are some of our photographs captured at the abandoned leisure centre. If you like the look of them, check out our Instagram page in the description, where we share images of our explores months before they are seen on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be streaming tomorrow evening on the channel, so make sure you don't miss out. See you next time.